Hey everyone, Nicole here with Celbotics. Okay, so I don't really want to step on any toes here. Let me just say that first, okay? Um, but the real reason why you should travel for training to Celbotics if you are a beginner, okay? So I'm not speaking to everyone. I'm not speaking to you if you already fix phones. I'm not speaking to you if you're an advanced micro solderer and you need more advanced micro soldering. I'm not talking to you if you're CompTia certified. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to beginners, people who are just now entering phone repair, people who are just now wanting to solder and who have not, and people who have never fixed a computer and who want to either be CompTia certified or get into the IT field. I'm speaking to those people. Why should you travel to Celbotics? Okay, I want to break this training thing down for you a little bit. So now, as far as the computer repair industry goes, there are set standards, okay? And there are certifications you can get through the manufacturers. So it's a little bit different when I talk about the computer repair industry. The reason you would benefit from coming to Celbotics for computer repair training is because you get to work with Michelle Cox, who has decades in computer repair. I mean, she has worked for companies, massive companies. I mean, she's managed Walmart account, Home Depot accounts. So she has a big overview. When you talk about learning from someone who works at a retail shop fixing computers versus someone who works in an IT department fixing computers versus someone who managed full IT departments and developed training internationally for one of the largest corporations in the world, okay? That's a very different overview. You get to work with her. That's why she is so valuable to Celbotics. I mean, the bio that she has, the biography, what about her is just amazing, which we are actually working on, and you will find that on our website under about our team, because she doesn't like to put too much detail. She just wants to tell you her certification, but I'm like, Michelle, people need to hear your history. So I'm working with her on that right now to just write out her story, because this woman has amazing experience, right? So the reason that you would travel to Celbotics to take the computer repair course would be to work with her. You don't want to just go somewhere where they have random trainers, which this is going to give you a lot of information into the training industry as a whole. I mean, even regular colleges, which I'm not downing them because, sometimes they have people that have actually done the work go in and teach it, but sometimes they just have teachers teaching a program. It's the same thing for our industries. They'll have teachers teaching a program, or someone who owns a store and is like, I need to bring in some extra income, I'm gonna start training people, 1 or 2 people a month or something, but they're not fully understanding how to reach you, how to affect you as a trainer in addition to running one of those businesses successfully. That's very different. Now, do I have a full store right now? No. Do I still do repair? Yes. I do that to stay in the know, okay? That's why I do repair. But yes, I do primarily training, I do mobile repair, and I do commercial repairs, okay? So if you go to learn from someone, and yes, they may have a successful store, but they are not an instructor, they don't know how to communicate or articulate properly, they just assume you should know, they assume it should be common sense, that's your money you're putting into that. Now, and I've gone over this a few times, these industries, the ROI, return on investment, is so fast. When people call and they're like, oh, $1,500, $3,000, it's so much, I'm just like, what? Have you ever tried to open a business? Ever? I mean, if you go open a restaurant, a detailing, a lawn maintenance, just the equipment is thousands of dollars, okay? You're talking about getting skilled training, business support, starting your business with a couple $1,000s, and you are making money. Within the first month, you can have all your money earned back if you do it right. Some people take a little longer because they're a little bit slower at implementing, but you can make it back much faster. So why travel? You have to pay attention to who you're working with and who you're learning from. We don't just take random people and say, here's a book, teach it to these people, right? Look at it this way. If somebody was taught how to drive a car, but never drove a car. And then they stood outside the car and they said, turn your blinker that way and turn that way. Oh, it's easy, just press the brake. But they never drove. Would you trust learning driving from them if they've never been on the interstate? Right? It's the same concept. So traveling for training is important because you want to worry about who are you working with? Who are you going to learn from? Right? Another reason why traveling for training is important, you don't want schools in your city. It's the last thing you want. People that do start teaching their own stores, I appreciate, their goals and their efforts, and, they want to earn more income and they want to grow. I get that. No, listen, when people say I'm only doing this to help someone, unless they're in a certain financial situation in their life, they're millionaires and they're relaxing and now they've got time, and it's like Bob Proctor. I'm a big follower of him. People say all the time, why does he still work? Well, he enjoys it, but he charges money. He's not out here saying, I'm just handing out favors, right? When I hear people say, oh, I'm just doing this because I want to help. $89, I just want to help. Nobody, unless you're a multimillionaire, you're completely comfortable. Nobody's doing anything just to help someone, unless it's like, you're donating your time, like working with a nonprofit. That's where you're helping people. That's, but you're telling me you're only charging me $100 for something because you just feel like you just want to help people and you just want to give this information out for free. You want to create your own competitors, like really read into the lingo, and I'm not calling out anybody in particular. I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to inform you and make you realize some things. No, I'm not just doing this just to help people. Right. Of course, I love helping people. I love working with people. I love making money too. Right. Okay. So robotics makes me money. My repairs make me money. Selling devices makes me money. All sorts of things. Right. But I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, I would do the same thing for free. It's just not what people do. Right. And so you've got to understand that traveling for training, you don't want to start doing repairs and then start teaching people locally. Like, that will saturate your area. Like, if every city and every town had a school for cell phone repair and computer repair and micro soldering, there would be cell phone, computer, and micro soldering people running around everywhere. Why do you think this business is so amazing? Because you literally can improve yourself because someone else lacks the ability to put fire behind their butt and actually go get a skill set. You can make it happen because it's too far. I have to drive. I have to fly. It's turn it into a vacation. I mean, people make up these little small excuses why they don't invest in themselves and why they feel like traveling for training. Well, I'll have people call me and they're in Charlotte, an hour from us, and they'll say, well, can't you guys just come out here and teach me? It's so far. I don't want to have to drive that far. Well, I hope you weren't trying to start mobile repair because your city, just getting from one end to the next, is going to be an hour. I get just the craziest calls, and then I'm getting people that flying in from all over the country and have no problem. They're here to start a business. They want to come to the best place possible. They want to have the best possible chance of making it. They want to have a real start, and they show up and they're ready to work. Like, those type of people I'm not talking to. It's people are always on the fence and always have an excuse. Oh, training's too far. This is about training. Why do you think that you have to go somewhere specialized? Because this is a specialized trade, right? So you want to travel because you want to know who you're working with, okay? You want to travel because you don't want to encourage schools to be in your city. You don't. No matter how big it is, you do not want a store owner or some school pumping out technicians locally. I don't even advertise locally. I'll get people call me and say, oh, but you guys are in Greenville, so I'm traveling out of town. Can you give us discounts? I'm like, I don't teach people in Greenville. I'm not going to advertise in Atlanta, when we move to Atlanta. I don't want to teach locals. I do repair. I have my own repair business, right? I advertise outside of my city because I don't want to saturate my area. I got some people that I know that are in Atlanta who are like, no, don't come here. I'm not going to be promoting our training locally. Calm down. Okay. And then just what do you get with the course? What are you going to learn? What are the people you're going to meet? Man, I get so many people that go somewhere and then they come to us, and I'm not going to point out their names. I'm not going to ask them to get on a video and say where they went. That's just rude. I would not down someone else's business, even if they're a competitor of mine. I don't care. If you're watching this and you're a competitor of mine, I'm happy for you. I look, I have nothing to say about your business, right? But I have people that go random places, they spend a lot of money, and then they can't fix phones. Some of them give up and they never continue. Others will fly to us and they're like, putting another $2,000 in. I hope this is better. You know, I went somewhere, sat there with an employee, he played video games. You know, I tried to get help. No one wanted to help me. They wouldn't give me vendors because I'd be a competitor of theirs. Come on, man. Like, that's... I don't want to see anybody get screwed. And that's not just me being a nice person. I don't want to see anybody get screwed out of some money, right? Money is valuable. I like money, okay? We give you tons of vendors, and we're going to introduce you to people. Like, not just give you vendors, but like, if you go on our website and you go to the Who's Who, it's under the Cellbotics blog. There's a link to a page in there where I've put a bunch of headshots of just some of the people we're gonna give you their contact information, right? These people all play big roles in the repair industry, and if you don't know them, I'm telling you, you're gonna struggle. There are people you need to know in the industry. All types of different people. Vendors, educators, motivators, suppliers, equipment sellers, and there's so many people that you need to know to make your life easy, for you to be above the rest, right? And so, yeah, that's why you want to travel. I'm a little biased because, yeah, I'm Cellbotics, right? I am Nicole. I'm a Cellbotics trainer, and yes, I did create Cellbotics, but my team is invaluable. Like, I'd be nothing without them, right? And I have to say that I believe we are the best, right? And it's taken me a long time to say that. I am very self-critical. If you ask my trainers, they're like, we are the best. You know, we set the standard. I'm like, well, you know, is there anything we can improve? Every week, I'm upgrading the book. Every week, it's like my trainer's like, oh my God, you added another page. I'm like, yeah, because I thought of something else that we could do to help someone. Like, I need to add, and I'm constantly every week. That's why when you come to class, we also give you access to an updated book constantly every week, because Nicole can't seem to keep it together. I gotta add stuff every single week, like, no lie, okay? We also record the courses and put them on a drive for you to look at anytime that you need to in the future. Not shareable or anything, but, you know, just it's a link, and then the link is not shareable or downloadable. You can just watch the class and hear what we say over and over again. So, you know, I think traveling for training is a no-brainer, but it's really a personal thing. Especially, I get right now, it's October 2020 and there's COVID going on. I have had COVID. It was terrible. But, you know, I'm telling you, if you want to get the right start, we are the place to go if you are a beginner. Now, if you're something else other than that, and you just want me to kind of help you figure out what you need to do, just shoot me an email, Nicole@Cellbotics. I'll be glad to say. I just got off a call with a guy from Nigeria this morning. He does micro soldering. He has a full store there. He wants to come to the U.S. and get certification. We broke down his skill set, and I explained to him what I thought was the best path for him here in the United States. I didn't make any money off that. I'm just helping him. I don't want him to just pay for my course. I don't want a butt in my chair that doesn't belong there, right? So, reach out to us, guys. I hope I see you in Atlanta, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And don't think I was ranting too much, okay? All right, bye, everybody.